Welcome to 82 Toothpicks, a podcast from the Huizenga Law Firm. I'm Thad, and I'm joined by Ethan and Joselyn as we break down our favorite movies and uncover the estate planning gems hidden within them. From comedies and dramas to family sagas, we're talking about the films we love and the legacy lessons they teach. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's talk about the movie. Welcome to 82 Toothpicks. We have finally made it to maybe the pinnacle episode of why we started the show.
We made it to the 82nd toothpick.
The 82nd. So if
26th toothpick.
When people come up to me on the streets and they say, "Hey, Thad, tell us how you came up with the name for
And that happens
82
to you a lot.
all the time." Whenever strangers approach me and say, "How
Are
do
you Thad from 82
Wow,
Toothpicks?
your voice is
Toothpicks.
so familiar.
Yeah.
Are you Thad? 82
Sorry,
toothpicks?
we heard you ordering at Pizza Ranch and we thought your voice was
Hold
familiar."
on, just say, this is Thad with 82 toothpicks really
Yeah.
quick, because your voice sounds so familiar.
Sorry, when I hear people rating movies in public with a 1 to 10 scale,
Okay, but did it make you cry? Hold on, I want to know. Would you watch it again? Like, what?
Ethan, what are we talking about this week?
We are talking about Rain Man.
Rain Man. Okay. The estate planning movie of all estate planning movies.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be just slightly more than Knives Out.
Yeah. So we know we've been going to record this episode since we launched, right? We were kind of trying to figure out the best time to do it. So this is episode 26. Do I have that right?
Yep.
Okay.
We're exactly halfway through the year.
Exactly halfway through the year.
What?
That's half of 52.
Oh,
So
I was like, what?
so
I feel like we've been doing this for 12 years. It's been 8
Amber asked me one time how we came up with the name. And
Yes.
at the time, the scene that I'm talking about, she spills toothpicks on the ground. She says 82, 82, 82, right? And at the time, there were 3 of us on the podcast, right? Mm-hmm. And it was this estate planning movie that had this bundle of 3. And that's kind of where the inspiration came from.
Seriously?
Yep. And now we have a 4th.
No, we need to rename it.
And I ruined things. Mwahaha.
We're not going to change the name of the
That's the
podcast.
whole reason
to.
I'm here.
But yeah, that's kind of where it
That's
came
the
from.
reason I'm here.
Right?
Yep.
83 toothpicks.
80.
How about that?
What's the movie about? We'll start there.
So this movie is the story of a self-absorbed rich kid, honestly. He's all of those negative stereotypes that you see in movies of somebody who just is used to having lots of money, and he kind of is a swindler. I mean, not really, because it's a legitimate business that he's running. He's importing cars, but he's really scamming people in a way, right? He's trying to talk his way into having more cash, having money available, supporting his lifestyle. I noticed at the beginning of the movie, he drives at least 2 different cars.
Both Lamborghinis.
So,
Nice.
well, no, he imports those cars. Those are the ones he's selling. He drives a Porsche when he leaves the warehouse where their phone center is set up.
Okay.
And then later, when he goes to the funeral, he's driving a different car.
Okay.
Okay.
So this this guy is he's used to having money, and the thing the catalyst that kicks off the story is his dad dies, and then there's a will reading, and part of that will reading is he finds out he's only inheriting this car that plays a role in a story from his childhood, and
Rosebush.
the rose bushes, which he's very
Prize
happy
winning.
about.
Rose bushes.
He's very, very happy about the rose bushes.
Sorry.
and-
Have you ever done an estate plan giving away a plant?
No.
Isn't that nuts?
But these were award-winning, Thad.
I mean,
I
You have
know.
to protect them. You have to
but-
give them away to someone.
It's still a rose bush. I'm
rose
with you. He also discovers that there's another beneficiary, and that's sort of kicks it off.
Yep.
And the rest of the story is him finding this beneficiary and what happens as the fallout.
Oh yeah.
And that's literally like not even a good description, but that's the story.
Yep, that's true. Jocelyn, Amber, had you seen this movie before?
I had not seen
First
it. I had not heard of it until I asked, what is 82 Toothpicks from? And everyone at the office was telling me it's from this movie. But I didn't know about it.
I've heard of it. I didn't know it was as old as it was.
1988.
Mm-hmm. But I've never seen it.
I realized watching it that I don't think I've ever seen the uncut version. I think I've only
TV version?
I've only ever seen this movie on TV.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm.
Which I know because there are plethora of F-bombs.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's one of those. Did you like the movie? I mean, we don't have to rate it yet, but what was your...
I really liked it.
Okay.
I
Jocelyn?
hate Tom Cruise.
Why?
I don't know.
I
Because
just
his
movie,
teeth again?
in this movie, or just
I did notice the teeth, and I was like, ugh.
ever. You
I just
always hate Tom Cruise? What am I trying to say?
You're asking if she hated his character or how he played the character.
Or if you just
or
hate
him personally.
You
I just
dislike
have never
Tom Cruise
liked.
as
I have
an
never liked
actor.
him as an actor.
Sure.
And then when I noticed he was in this, I was like, oh great. And he was just an asshole.
But that was his character.
I know. And so it was hard for me. I was like, I hate this guy, and he's an a-hole. Until literally the last 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
20 minutes?
When he has the connection.
Yes.
They go to Vegas and he teaches Ray to dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the
And then when
pivot
he
moment.
gets
And then they're gambling and he actually over the course of the movie he connects with his
I
brother.
really saw it when he had his apartment. Or when they let him drive.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
And
Right
yeah.
after that whole thing, that whole sequence in Vegas is kind of the pivot point.
And then when he had his apartment and the smoke alarm went off and he was like, okay, nope, it's okay. And I think also it connected, he started to really catch on to it and connect with his brother more when he said, you called me Rain Man. And he's like, wait, what?
Yeah,
You're Rain Man? And he's
all
like,
of a
I'm
sudden-
starting to remember that.
Right.
Like,
yeah. Because part of the story is that he didn't know he had a sibling. He didn't
Right.
know that Raymond existed.
mhm.
And so when they're in this hotel and he's going to run a bath and Raymond freaks out.
Mhm.
And he's kind of repeating, right? Because he does that multiple times throughout the movie. And Charlie figures out, what are you saying? And it turns out that there was a moment when Charlie was a baby that Raymond was going to give him a bath and put him in this bathtub, and the water was too hot, and they freaked out, and that was kind of a formative thing for him relating to his autism, and when Charlie realizes it, you're right. That's exactly the first time when he goes, "Oh, you're the Rain Man."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I really liked that scene.
That was so powerful. That
and
was
then
really
they sing
cool.
together.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sing.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
They sang together.
I didn't cry in this movie, but when they're talking with the two doctors, and then the doctors
Oh,
leave,
yes.
and he
That
goes
got
up
me
to him
too.
and he's like, "There'll be no more questions, no
And
more
he puts
questions,"
his-
and they just put
their
their
foreheads together?
Yes, and they just
That's
put their heads together, and I was
huge.
like, "Don't look, don't look."
That's huge
particularly
for
for Raymond.
Raymond.
That was
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
such a
Because he
big deal.
initiated it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's not, which is, I think, a common thing with autism.
Don't want people to touch him.
Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Right. That happens multiple times where he panics when Charlie tries to give him a hug, or right, Charlie grabs him by the neck, and he's writing down in his book all the times somebody has
Yeah.
grabbed and pulled my neck in 1988.
Keeps tabs on that. That's fun.
I don't think we hadn't done a Tom Cruise movie yet, right?
No.
But we had done a Dustin Hoffman movie.
Yes.
Remember it?
He has the coffee in the bathroom.
Yes.
That's it.
What's the movie?
Stranger Than
Stranger
Fiction.
Than
Yes, I was like, hold on, he has coffee in the bathroom.
Wildly different characters.
I have to say, and I said it after we finished the movie, Amber and I last night, he is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like he won Best Actor.
Yep.
It couldn't have been close.
No.
I mean, like
Right.
he was phenomenal in this movie.
Yeah.
It's every scene. He knows where to look. He never breaks character. It was a fantastic job.
How old was
just
he in
incredible.
this movie?
But I thought Tom Cruise did such a good job in this too. I can't believe he didn't get supporting actor or also best actor. actor? Because they both had a main part, right?
Yeah, but the story is about. I mean, it's about their
Charlie,
relationship.
right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it's about Ray,
Yeah.
right? I mean, the plot.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting thing about this movie, which is we watched one. I don't even remember which one it was a few weeks ago. That I said I couldn't find the plot in this movie, right?
Yeah,
and
what
because
was
it was
that
just
one?
the characters.
Oh, it was Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, and again,
Yeah.
that didn't mean it was bad. It just means I couldn't figure out what was supposed to be happening. And
Sure.
in this movie, there was a story
Yep.
that was the backdrop for the development of these two characters.
Sure.
And that's when I said Good Will Hunting, I couldn't find that. That's what I mean.
Sure.
So yes, I think Dustin Hoffman is the main character.
Okay.
There are movies though where you have two people nominated for Best Actor.
Sure.
So, I mean, it certainly
What was their
Isn't out of
age
the question.
difference supposed to be in the movie?
As
pretty
brothers?
substantial
Yes, as brothers.
because Raymond is going to give Charlie a bath when he's a baby.
Yeah, but he could be 8.
That's not a small number.
I feel like it was like around 10 years between the
I
two
was
of
going
them.
to say 8 to 10 is what I was thinking.
And there was that family picture looking at it too. Like
Oh yeah,
Raymond's a lot bigger
Yeah.
than Charlie was, a lot older.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I don't know.
I'm going to look it up.
Okay, you do that, girl.
Because Dustin Hoffman was 50 when they made the movie.
What?
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And
Wow.
Jeez. Tom Cruise was probably 26.
yeah,
Was he?
yeah.
Jeez.
Okay.
He was 50 in that movie?
Mm-hmm. It premiered on his
That's-
51st
gosh,
birthday.
That's unbelievable.
Wow.
I know, like his hands and his forehead and stuff. I was like, he looks old. Like,
Yeah, but
and that's why I was like, what's the age difference supposed to be?
and they did say that he'd been in that facility for like 30 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, a long time.
Yeah, because he went in like the year his mom died, right?
Right.
Because dad couldn't take care of the two boys.
Right.
How hard that must have been for him to process that. Like, mom's gone. She's not coming back. Also, you're not going to live with us. This is where you're going to go live now.
Sure.
Like, and
Gonna live
just
with Vern. his main
explaining
man.
that to him must have been very hard and very hard to wrap his mind around that. But like, again, they said people aren't his priority, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder how he processed that, or if he did, or if he just like accepted it and just kind of moved along. Interesting. It seemed like he was in a pretty good place though. Like that facility took
Yeah.
good care of him.
We actually had a really interesting conversation about that after watching the movie because we sort of were talking about this before we sat down to record today, that we see autism. Thad, you mentioned this to me yesterday. We see autism today very, very, very differently than they did 40 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because, I mean, 1988, it's 37 years. The thought was we've in a lot of ways we've normalized and assimilated people with those divergent conditions into everyday society, and there's good things about that. But one of the things they talk about with Ray is he needs his routines.
Yes.
His routines give him safety. And I think what I don't know if it was a nurse or somebody who was in the facilities was saying, Ray, the world is dangerous to Ray. And he he addresses that risk, that danger with his routines and his habits.
Yeah.
And so you take those things away and it becomes very unsafe. And that actually is a theme that happens over the course of the movie. It's why he doesn't go outside in the rain, but it's also why he doesn't want to drive on the highway. And it's also why he doesn't get on an airplane.
And he eats with toothpicks.
Right.
I loved the part where they were eating the cheese balls.
Yeah, with the toothpicks.
Right.
It says they're 16 years apart.
And he has to watch his shows at a certain time every day. And
Right.
lunch
Yep.
is this time, go to bed at this time. Yep.
They call him high functioning in the movie.
Yes.
Which is interesting because we hear the phrase high functioning all the time. But there's a scene where he stops in the middle of traffic because the sign says don't walk.
Yep.
And I think today we would view this as he's a danger to society.
We said
right?
the exact same thing.
Exactly.
Exact same thing.
The-
There's no way that gets classified as high functioning
No,
today.
the scene with the fire alarm. Like
they talked about how he can speak.
Yep.
And how he can do other things
Right.
that autistic people can't.
I think
sometimes.
we've reclassified the
So-
word. Actually, that's
Yeah.
back to we see it differently now than we used to. I think we've recategorized how that word applies now than we would have 40 years ago. Because he can talk and he interacts.
Well, he can
and
take care of himself
he
too.
takes care of himself.
No one needs to dress him.
Right.
Type of a thing. Like, I think that's where the high functioning came from.
Your shorts are on the highway.
Of course.
the concept of money to me was so interesting. He's doing these crazy
yes.
math problems in his
4
head.
digits times 4
Oh,
digits.
yeah.
And they're like-
in a second.
Yeah,
How much is a candy bar?
like $300. Well, what's a
Like
car
$100.
cost? $100.
Like $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so odd to me that
If you had $1 and you spent 50 cents, how much would you have?
70.
70 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that's a huge
just
reason.
inherited $3 million. He has no concept of
Well, I
money.
think that's a huge reason why his dad left him that money, because he knows he's not going to be changed by
Yeah.
the amount
Right.
of money he's worth now. It's not going to matter to him.
Right. Because, life isn't, for him, life is about the safety and right. He's so focused on his routine and his habits, and it's the same every single day.
But he's not going to abuse that money either, and Charlie definitely would.
Right. Because he
Yeah.
can't. If that money is outside of his box, right, he can't go outside the box. And so it's just going to be there to help take care of him.
It's hard not to get into
Oh my
these
gosh,
states.
I'm really trying that. I'm working
We're
at it.
trying
no,
hard.
it's fine. If we cut this, we do the game now, and then we do the estate stuff, and we just take long on that. Is that
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Because this movie is chock full of estate planning. It turns into an estate planning movie 5 minutes in.
Yep.
And the rest of the movie is estate planning.
Yep. Amber and I were talking about it yesterday. It's every area we deal with.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have a game.
Let's play it. What's going on?
I wanted to make it a numbers game.
Oh no!
I really did.
I
You
fail.
didn't though, right?
I did not.
Okay.
I was like, I'm dropping out.
I was going to make Jocelyn do the multiplication problem that
Oh
Ray
my
does in a second. And I decided that wasn't fair.
I was trying to help Cash with math the other day, and I was like,
Math,
Okay.
math do be tough.
Okay.
yes, it was like there's 12, there's 18 students, 6 more girls than boys. How many boys? And I was like,
How many boys? 6.
yeah, because I was like, well, there's 12. Wait, that ain't right. Like I literally was like,
Yeah. Yeah. There's a
Joselyn, think, use your brain. Like,
there's a math story problem going around on social media, and it shows up every so often. So I'm sure it's been around for a long time. But it's a question about dogs, and the way the math works out. There's a half a dog, and
Nice.
the problem is like, wait a second, what? I mean, I know the number, but that's not okay. It's very funny.
I don't want half a dog.
do you have Kawasaki's on?
Yeah, I have cow socks on.
What does it say?
Nerd.
Just a girl who loves
cows. I can see it.
My cow socks. Ka-chow.
Nice. All right.
Where'd we find this one?
You were wearing pizza socks
You made fun
yesterday.
of me for my socks.
She's,
No.
she's a peach.
No, I didn't say. I wasn't making fun. I was saying
They suck.
That's a weird thing to wear.
We were
I
talking
said,
about
I have
being
weird
nerds.
socks. Yeah, I'm a nerd because I have weird socks too. I have cows getting abducted by alien socks.
Oh my goodness.
I should wear those next
How
time.
about
Yes.
a black or white sock?
I got those too, but those
That's
aren't
what
as
I
fun.
All right, game.
Sorry, game. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question. You need to, as quickly as possible, come to an answer together. So, just as quickly as you can, come up with an answer. I'm just going to go through these questions. They're all about the movie.
Come.
All right. So, the first one is, what airline did Raymond refuse to fly because it had crashed?
So
It was one I hadn't heard of
he
before.
lists like 13 different airlines, right? So are you tying the first one?
Nope. I asked the question the way I meant.
Which
What
one did he
airline?
refuse? So
Which one-
he didn't want to fly United, he didn't want to fly American, and he didn't want to fly Delta. He agreed to fly Qantas, but they would have had to go to Australia first. So based on how the question is listed, what did he refuse to fly?
Anything but quantum.
Was the first one?
Anything but quantum, he just said.
What
You just
airline
said
did
it.
he refuse to fly? Anything but Qantas, right?
Yes. And that's the
Yeah,
answer.
good job.
Anything but Qantas. Good job.
I've done my work for the day.
Next.
Oh, don't hit that.
What
light.
TV show did Raymond insist on watching every day?
Court. Some sort of court.
People's
so People's
Court.
Court's on at noon, right?
Oh, and then there was another one at 5, right?
He liked Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy's at 5. So are those the two
I think
big
it's
ones?
People's Court.
Let's go People's Court.
Ding.
Because they had to
Yes.
stop at that lady's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that scene.
Yeah.
I was
So
like,
good.
who
He's
is
going to
this
melt
lady?
down, or you could help us. Your choice.
You can stand here and watch
Like,
it.
does he like cartoons? And they're watching People's Court.
There's like 19 kids in there watching
That was
it.
so many
Did you
children.
see in the credits?
No.
They were all siblings.
Yeah, I believe it.
Really?
They all look
That was a family.
yeah.
Wow. That's a lot of
All right, number
children.
3. Yes, agree. Too many for my taste. What snack did Raymond eat in the diner scene with the toothpicks?
Oh, cheese balls. We talked about that one, right?
The diner scene.
I only
I think it's cheese balls. That's the only one I remember. Did
I
you
only
have something,
remember
Jocelyn?
one. There's 2 diner scenes.
Correct.
Yep.
They eat pancakes.
Yep.
But then the other one when he names the jukebox songs.
Ooh, yeah, good.
I don't
I
remember
forget
him
what they
eating.
ordered.
I don't remember them eating. I don't remember what he ate.
I'm just going to say cheese balls.
Final answer?
No, give us a clue. Can you give us a clue? What color is it? Is it
I
orange?
feel like
How about this? You've already said it. You
Okay.
just have to decide.
okay, but you said
Okay, it's-
snack. Pancakes aren't a snack.
Yeah, let's go cheese ball.
Cheese ball.
Pancakes.
Ah,
Did you see me shaking my head like that's not right?
Pancakes
that's not
aren't a
right.
snack, though.
You've never met my children.
That's a whole meal in my mind.
My mother-in-law will make pancakes for literally any reason.
That's awesome.
For
My
kids.
grandma did that too,
Yep.
all the time.
Well, good job, Jocelyn. You knew that one.
What
You guys
was
should've really
the
listened to
name
me.
of the facility Raymond lived in when Charlie discovered him?
Crap.
That is not correct.
it's like is it
It's a tube.
Yeah.
it's not Woodhouse, Woodyard, something like that.
Yeah, it starts with a W.
Yeah.
Right?
Woodland Heights.
Something like that. Woodland.
Is that it?
I don't think so.
No.
I
That
feel
sounded nice.
We're circling the drain here. I know we're close.
Oh, that was very. Is it 2 words?
No.
What's the first letter?
It starts with W.
Yeah.
Is it an O?
Wow, it's true.
Is it Woodburn? Wildstress.
He lives in Walbrook.
It's a goofy. It's like
Yeah.
Chestertonville.
It ain't that one. I'm going to veto that one right now.
I don't know.
No? Nothing?
And I know it starts with a W.
W is right.
That's all I
It's
got.
Walbrook.
Walbrook.
Oh,
So it was to Walbrook.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Compound
it's
word.
W-A-L-B. Walbrook.
Walbrook. Okay.
What song did Charlie and Raymond dance to in the hotel room?
Oh. Oh, it's At Last.
Nice.
I knew
Nice.
that one.
Good work.
That one plays up front sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I actually like that song. I've sung that song as part of a jazz quartet when I was in college.
Nice.
It was awesome.
That must have been fun.
Yeah, it was way fun. What card game did Raymond help Charlie win in Las Vegas?
Blackjack.
Okay, that was an easy one.
what are you doing? Counting cards. Counting cards. Counting cards. I was like,
Counting
shut
cards.
up.
But they're not going to like push that, I don't think, when he goes counting cards.
I'm
know.
surprised that
What do you
they
mean?
didn't. Like, it wasn't a bigger deal when he said he was counting cards. They were just like, okay.
They have that whole scene where they're like being interrogated.
I know, but like when he
They
said
basically said, we have video.
no, I know that, but like he said multiple times, like counting cards, and they're just like,
Yeah, but he
Okay.
wasn't talking to an employee. He was talking to a hooker.
I understand that.
Prostitute.
I said what I said.
She was sparkly, like a holiday. I liked that.
Keep
Looked
going.
like a holiday.
Okay. This one is not going to be easy. Maybe it will.
Hmm.
What was the make of the car
I'm out.
Charlie is trying to sell at the beginning of the film?
A Porsche.
No.
Okay, that's all I got.
I said the little ones.
No, they were Lamborghinis, but are you looking for a specific one?
Make.
Okay. I'm pretty sure. I thought it was a Ferrari at first, but then he says it's a Lamborghini.
There were 2 red ones. There was a white one and a black one.
Okay, so it's Lamborghini.
Will
It
you
is
take that
Lamborghini.
answer?
I will take Lamborghini.
2 red, a white, and a black.
He drives a Porsche though.
Yeah.
The
That's all I
car he
got.
leaves in
What's-
with his girlfriend.
What's
That's
the car
that's
he's
Porsche.
left? He's left a Buick, isn't he?
His dad's car is a
It's a
convertible.
what's the name? Because it shows it.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the credits?
No.
Because
I was pissed how it ended.
On Amazon, like the here's what you should watch next always comes up.
Yeah.
When the credits come up, so I
If you
can't ever
hit
see.
back, you can go back to the credits.
Oh, really?
It just takes you back to the movie. You need to go back and watch the credits.
Yeah.
For why?
Because at the end of the movie, when the credits are rolling here, the pictures Ray takes over the course of the movie are here.
Oh, really?
And it is so cool.
Wait.
It's super cool. What city were they driving to?
Which
Las
part?
Vegas?
Well, so the funeral's in Cincinnati.
The whole movie. What
funeral's
city
in
are they
Cincinnati.
driving to?
LA.
Thank you.
Vegas.
Are they driving to?
What?
What's the name of the town in Missouri?
What?
The hotel they stay at in Missouri. There's a name for it.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Okay.
I know what it is. It's bum.
Oh,
That was the line.
Yeah.
that was the line.
What? You just said this. Then.
Yeah.
What state did the brothers start their road trip in?
Ohio.
What city?
Cincinnati.
There you go.
I'm looking at the pictures right now.
Isn't that cool? All right.
Yeah, that
She
is
she
fun.
wanted to say yes, but nothing came out.
Well, no, they're slowly like rotating through. Sorry. Yeah, they're
What?
fun.
There's several answers to this that I will accept. What did Raymond repeatedly say when he got anxious?
The first.
Who's on
So
first?
Who's
Yeah.
on first? What's on second? The whole thing.
The whole shtick.
And then he would say Vern, Vern.
Vern.
There's something like
Main man Vern.
my main man Vern, Vern.
Yeah. The who's on first, though. That's kind of his.
What else?
It's a joke, Ray.
He would say, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
15 minutes to Wapner.
Wapner. That's the other show I was
No,
trying.
Wapner is the judge on People's Court.
Oh, I thought that was a whole show.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Judge Wapner. Gonna miss Wapner.
It was Wapner. I love how he always says, of course, or definitely.
That's
Of course,
also
I'm
one of them.
definitely going to miss Wapner.
Definitely not.
Definitely
Definitely
starts
not.
on 12
Definitely
minutes.
not going to make it home for me.
My shirts are definitely on the highway.
Your shorts are on the highway.
Kmart sucks.
That was probably one of my favorite.
Raymond, you
lines in
made a
the
joke.
movie.
You made a
I know.
joke,
Ha
right?
ha ha.
Ha, ha. Oh,
That's
Raymond.
funny.
What did Charlie discover Raymond could recite perfectly from memory? There's several answers to this, but it's looking for one in particular. That's kind of
The phone
The phone book, yeah.
remarkable. Yes, the phone book.
That was
You
crazy.
made it through G's. G-O.
Halfway through the G. How much money did Ray win counting cards?
86,000.
6,500.
Good job, 86,000. What item triggered Raymond's meltdown in the bathtub scene?
The water.
We just talked about that. Yeah,
Mhm.
the hot water.
Mm-hmm.
What was the outcome of the movie?
He ended up having to go back to Woodbury, Baronsonville.
They had a court hearing, and Charlie tried to get custody of Raymond, and he lost. So Raymond went back to be a voluntary patient at the facility.
Which
Walbrook.
sucked.
Walbrook, sorry, can't remember that. And then he got on a train, and Charlie said, I will come see you in 2 weeks because I can still visit you. How many days is that? 14.
How many hours?
Oh, I don't remember.
336.
Yeah, I was like, it was 3 something.
How many minutes?
So many minutes. I don't know.
200,000 and some.
529,000.
Wrong. That's a year.
I don't know. I didn't like the ending. I was hoping they could be together.
Yeah, what did you want out of
did,
the ending?
You guys did great on the trivia. Good job.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, thanks.
Why didn't you like the end of the movie?
Because I wanted them to be together. And he was like, he is my family. Do you not understand that? Like, I didn't know I had a brother up until 6 days ago.
Yeah.
But do you think Charlie could have taken well enough care of him?
I think he would have learned. Look what he learned in 6 days.
Yeah, he learned a lot.
Mhm.
I'm not saying he didn't, but
I think he could have taught Ray a lot.
I think he did teach Ray a lot.
Right. And he
I
could have
think Ray taught
to
him
be,
a lot.
Right,
Yeah,
right. But I
both
think
ways.
that he could have taught him to be a little bit more self-sufficient and like, okay, I'm going to go to work at this time. Like, these are the things you can eat. Don't use the toaster oven, like, or whatever. Like, if you do use it, these are, like, I was just sad that they didn't get to be together. That made me sad.
So we're left with some ambiguity there, right? Because Amber, you just said that he lost his case. But I think there's this really interesting we see the fire alarm scene, and then we see it's not really a mediation, but it's like a second doctor coming in and saying like, here's where it's at. And then the next scene is he's telling Ray goodbye. part of me wonders if they actually went to court or if Charlie just said, "You're right, I can't take care of him."
They didn't go to court because
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, sure.
I don't know
that
if they
was
went
never
to court.
shown.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Charlie might have realized I can't take care of him myself.
Well,
Maybe it's best for Ray to be someplace
I don't
else.
think he would have won because he's
So-
only known him for 6 days. Like I think a judge would have been like,
This
the
is-
doctor he's been here for how many years? The doctor's recommending he goes back there. You've known him 6 days.
Yeah.
Like, and he's had 2, 3, 4 mild freakouts. Like what?
And it didn't
you
look
have
good
no
for
idea.
Charlie like kidnapping him out of the facility in the first
And you take him to
place.
Vegas to win
Count
you
cards.
money. Like,
Yeah.
so I think maybe I don't think he was probably like, and maybe he was like, you're right. At the end of the day, I can't do this. And like, not like what kind of life will I have, but like,
Sure.
he's always going to live with you. You will have to be the caretaker of this person.
Yep.
Like, and I think that he realized too, like, I'm not going to win this. And
Yeah,
I don't want it because it would be hard for Ray. Like,
Yeah.
because that's all, you know what I mean? That's all up in the air.
I think the moment where you realize that things are going to be different is, and I think the giveaway, it's subtle, but is at the end of that scene where the court appointed doctor
Yeah.
is interviewing them, and he's talking to Ray, and he just asks him, "Ray, do you want to go live with Charlie?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go back to Woodintonville? Yeah.
And they ask and ask and ask
And
and
he's
ask and ask
like,
and
"I get
ask, and
it.
he just
I
says
see it."
yes, and he's like, "Oh."
Mm-hmm. I get it.
Because he wants his brother to be able to choose, and his brother just can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that moment you kind of see hit the light bulb for him. And in a way, he's also protecting Ray because they're just bombarding him with the same question over and
Yeah,
over
that's
again.
overwhelming for anybody.
It is. I
Yeah.
totally agree. And he finally says, "Enough, enough, enough." And then the doctors step out.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "There won't be any more questions." No. Because he sees what the questions are doing to
Mhm.
Raymond, and he says, "I can't put him through a hearing."
Mm-hmm.
So you think they did not go to court?
I don't think they went to
No.
court, and I think Charlie decided that. I think Charlie said,
You know what?
Mhm.
That's probably actually,
this isn't going to work.
yeah.
I think it's really it's a fascinating debate to have about would they have won or not?
Mm-hmm.
Would Charlie have been successful in taking the conservatorship back or not? I don't know the answer because he's family,
Right.
and he's the only
Mhm.
family that's left.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Shouldn't the court default to family?
Are
That-
You would think, but
right? Except,
And he's a voluntary patient too at the, I can't remember
well,
the name of it.
because he's
Western
Walbrook.
Walbrook. Walbrook.
Well, so are those laws pretty consistent state to state?
Not necessarily,
Would it be done in California?
California,
Why?
because that's where Charlie filed it.
Really?
Yeah.
So Charlie hires his lawyer,
Mhm.
files in Los Angeles. So it doesn't matter that he was voluntary in Cincinnati.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't think of that, I guess.
Well, and remember, voluntary in that context probably means something a little different than you're thinking of.
Okay.
Because a voluntary conservatorship is, I want somebody else to manage my assets and report to a court. A voluntary admission to a facility, that doesn't necessarily mean that it was you, right? You can have an involuntary conservatorship and consent,
Sure.
right? We do that a lot where we need a lot. We do it from time to time where the disabled person or the incompetent person gets a lawyer, but then the lawyer consents to the appointment because they interview the person and it's clear that they can't manage their own affairs. In this case, Dad moved him in there. And once he was old enough, he could choose to leave, but he didn't. I don't think that's necessarily voluntary in the way we think of it. There's no volition involved in Raymond staying at Walbrook. He stays there because he doesn't know how not to be there.
Right. Like if they gave him a choice, hey, Raymond, you can leave today. He's going to be like, what does that
Why?
mean?
He
What
would,
does that
he
look
would come
like?
back for orange soda and fish sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 8 of
There's
them.
8. There you have 8.
Now there's 8.
That was funny.
Yeah. So I think calling it voluntary, that there's a legal meaning to that word and there's a practical meaning. And I think the legal meaning is different than what you're thinking of.
Interesting.
So we deal in 3 areas. We do estate planning, we do elder law, and we do probate.
Yeah. Estate administration, because it's not always probate.
Yeah. All 3 of those are pretty much present here.
For sure.
So the
And
estate planning,
even
yeah.
the facets of those areas
are within.
are all present here, right? So whether it's elder law and guardianship and conservatorship, or whether it's estate administration and creating trusts and how does the will apply, like it's all in this movie.
It's all there.
Yeah.
So the estate planning stuff, like right off the bat, we find out that Charlie's dad had a trust. He had appointed a different trustee, right, to manage for Charlie and Ray, right? The elder law stuff, we're dealing with somebody who is in a facility, right? Now, how that's being paid for, we have no idea, right?
Yep.
But there's a lot in that, the guardianship, conservatorship, like Ray is institutionalized.
Receiving care.
Correct.
Yep.
So we're figuring that out. And then the estate administration stuff. This is what's happening now that the dad has died.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
So it was kind of cool to see like this. A lot of these movies, it's like we deal in one of these areas. We can find out like, oh, they're reading a will, or oh, they're dealing with this person in a nursing home, right? This is the first one where it's like everything we do is kind of represented somehow in this film.
Yeah.
In the
Right.
whole thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Even Knives Out. And that's why I said Knives Out is probably the closest to being the most estate planning in a movie.
Right.
It's really reading the will.
Yeah.
And there's some capacity things
Sure.
before he dies. But in this movie, it's everything from the get-go. And then it gets into substitute decision making with Raymond, but it also gets into his Raymond institutionalized, like you said, and his capacity.
Yep.
And it gets into the inheritance, but also how did dad set up the estate?
Yep.
Right. And there's a whole, one of the coolest interactions, and only because I'm a lawyer and I do these things with clients a lot. One of the coolest interactions in the movie was when he's reading the will to Charlie, the lawyer is, and Charlie says, well, who's the beneficiary? And he says, I can't tell you that because it's not a beneficiary of the will. It's a beneficiary of the trust. And it's
so I had a
not
question
your
about that.
business.
Okay, so I have a question about that. So they're at that will reading, and Charlie is a beneficiary of the will.
Yep.
And then they move on to the trust.
They don't move on to the trust.
Okay.
She's
already-
like, hold on.
So already I got to figure this out again. Basically, okay, so the trustee,
Talk through the scene, and I'll help you parse the different parts.
Charlie shows up to the will reading. It's just him and the guy reading his dad's will.
The lawyer.
The lawyer, yes. Talks about how he leaves him the car and the rose bushes and nothing else.
And Charlie says the F word a lot
And he's super happy about it.
because he got the rose bushes and he's just excited
But then they talk about how everything else that dad owned was put into a trust.
that he created separately from the will.
Right. Charlie is a beneficiary. No.
Yeah, he's a beneficiary of the will because he gets the car and the rose bushes through the will.
Mm-hmm. The trustee of
The trust.
dad's trust is the guy who runs that
The
facility.
doctor. Yes.
Okay. So how does Raymond wind up with $3 million if he is not the trustee?
Good question.
I was thinking that too because he
I'm
said I could
confused.
win or I could. It doesn't matter. You're not getting the money.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to pay
Correct.
you anything.
Correct. Because so I'm not actually certain that there's a moment in the movie where it says that Raymond is the beneficiary of the trust. I'm not certain of that.
Yeah, because I never caught that either.
But let's back up and parse how he got the money to the trust first, because the money came from the will and was put into the trust, and the trust was the other beneficiary of the will.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Charlie and we have this trust. And once the money got to the trust, the workings of the trust are private as it relates to the outside world. And the outside world is everybody other than the trustee and the beneficiary.
Of the trust.
Correct.
So then how could the lawyer even tell Charlie who the trustee was?
Because it's in the will,
Oh. Oh, okay.
right? So
That solved that.
So when you identify a trust, you have to. The trust isn't technically a person; it's an arrangement. It's an agreement between people, and so to put something in trust, you actually list the trustee as the owner, subject to the terms of the trust. Right? So
Okay.
I own the assets, but I own them as the trustee of this trust. I don't own them myself, if that makes sense. So the trustee is identified in the will because the lawyer, whoever's administering the estate, has to know who to go find to transfer these things into the trust. And then that trustee is beholden to the beneficiary and to the terms of the trust. Charlie has no right to know any of that because he's not a beneficiary of that trust, and
Right.
he can't find out. He would have to contest the will in order to get access to the money. But they solve that problem by having the letter that they read from his dad before they read the will, because it proves testamentary capacity.
Yep.
And so there's no way Charlie can have the will thrown out because testamentary capacity is there, and it's clearly not undue influence because Raymond, assuming he's the beneficiary in the end, there's no way Raymond manipulated anybody.
Right.
So there's nothing Charlie can do.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting. He goes to the Woodbrook. Walbrook.
Winchestertonville.
He goes to Walbrook to confront the doctor before he knows he has a brother. Because as he's leaving, he meets Ray.
Yep.
And Ray says, I've driven this car before.
Yeah.
It used to have red seats.
Yeah.
And Charlie puts it together
Yes.
that Raymond is probably, and that's why I say I don't think they ever explicitly say
Yep.
Raymond's the beneficiary. I think it's all assumption
Yeah.
because he's
And so
Charlie's
that's
brother.
initially why he takes him,
Yes.
which I didn't like.
Kidnaps him.
no, and you shouldn't like that.
Right.
That was a total jerk move.
Yes.
And he manipulated his girlfriend to help him. He said, "Go take the car because the car bothers Raymond." That's not why she took the car down to the end of the driveway. She took the car down to the end of the driveway so he could walk Ray out without getting caught.
I found it interesting how no one went after him. Like the staff saw him leave with Raymond and no one was like running after him.
Because he's a voluntary patient.
Bingo.
I know, but still. I know.
Come on, Vern.
The main man.
Amen.
Main Van Burn.
Main man Burn.
BER.
Okay, can we just talk about how the chick kissed him in the elevator?
So
Are you dying too?
I like it happened and I
you're,
was like,
you're looking
what?
at, so you're seeing
wet.
that from a,
How'd it feel?
you,
Wet.
it was wet. You're
God.
asking that question. You're questioning that interaction from a, on behalf of Ray, protection of Ray. Yes.
Mostly like what? Why? Why did she do that? And because it's like he doesn't know better.
So
You know what I mean?
you've never been autistic, and neither have I. But that whole sequence where Ray says, "I have a date at 10 o'clock,"
Oh, yeah.
she feels sorry for him because the prostitute broke his heart.
Yeah, she didn't show
Oh.
up.
She didn't show up.
She
And he
doesn't hear
wanted
it.
to dance.
10:01. She's not here.
Okay.
Wanted to dance
He wanted
so
to
bad.
dance.
So
And
she just gave him a kiss because he probably would have gotten a kiss. Whatever. I get it. Okay.
She was trying to give. She was
Sure.
trying to fill the experience for him of having a date.
I got it. I was
That's
just
why
like,
they say
what?
later, "I had a date in the elevator."
Is that okay? I heard that part twice and I was like, what did she say? Like, is that, did
Yeah,
she
it was our
say
date
that?
our date in the elevator.
And
and
then
that's-
Charlie's like, the what? And I was like, wait, what did she
between us.
say?
Between us, yeah.
Between us.
Okay. I was like, the what? I heard something in the elevator and I was like,
Because they dance, right? She stops the elevator and Ray's like, "Uh-oh."
oh yeah. Yeah.
Elevator stopped.
That's right. Okay. I missed that.
And-
No, I forgot about that
And
part.
so they dance because he's got
It on the TV.
song on the TV.
Yes.
And then, right, so that's where that comes from.
Okay.
The thing about that scene that's really interesting, and it's hilarious, turn your head like you're eating something soft and delicious. It was like, oh my goodness.
Please stop talking.
Yeah, exactly. And so, right, he does what she says, and he lets her kiss him. Like, this is huge.
Mhm.
This guy doesn't touch anyone.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's some significant development that he's gone through, and right, those are the moments, right? So when they're dancing in the suite, when he and Charlie are dancing, they touch there too,
Mm-hmm.
and so you see that that's kind of it's it's the sign of his development over
Sure.
the course of the movie that
Okay, it
there's
makes more sense now.
physical interaction. And so that's one of those moments.
I just was like, what
It's
is
a big deal. And
happening?
it's weird, right? You're
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
why are you, you're so weird. Don't
It
do
is
that
yeah,
to him.
yeah. And I was like, what?
Also,
Why is
just
she
like
doing
stopping
that?
the elevator totally stressed him out. So he wasn't even like really like in the moment either, because he's thinking about like the elevator stopped. We got to
Right.
fix that.
Right. Yep.
Okay, it makes
Yeah.
more sense now. It's less creepy, I guess.
Yeah. So your question, I really like your question, Amber, about the how did the money get to Raymond
Yes. I
from
was
the
so
will,
confused.
and why can't Charlie and because
It's really not
it's
to Raymond.
not to Raymond. It's to a trust, and we don't ever know for sure.
So Charlie kidnapping him and being like, I want his money. Raymond didn't have that money to begin with. So
And the
he
trustee
didn't
is like,
understand the trust.
the trustee is like, I can't. You're never going to get this money. I can't give it to you.
Even if I do lose, you're not getting the money.
Right, because me losing just means you get Raymond. It doesn't mean you get the trust.
How about that part where the trustee offers him $200,000 to drop the case?
Settlement.
250.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Was it 250?
Yeah, 250. Yeah. Yeah. It's so there again, that's him trying to settle in the Raymond's best interests, right? The best interests of the beneficiary. As the trustee trying to make the litigation go away.
Yep.
It's not a distribution, it's a legal tactic.
Interesting.
Do you think if he would have offered Charlie that money earlier in the movie, if he would have taken it and then just been like,
Yeah, he wanted 1.5, right?
I don't know. That's the question. Like, would
That's a
that
good
have
question.
satisfied
Yeah.
Charlie
earlier in the movie?
when he knew there was $3 million there?
Yeah.
I wanted to know how much the tax bill was when he says after taxes and fees. It's like, how much were the taxes?
California?
Beautiful.
But it's the state taxes, and it was 1988.
Yeah.
So can he use
It's
that
a whole different ball game back then.
Can he use that money in the trust to pay for his bill
Pay
at
for the care. Yep,
Okay, so that's why he
probably.
did it.
I mean, obviously, we don't see the trust agreement, but
right, but
you have to. You can
typically that's what it would be
right.
for.
You make assumptions about why would Dad set up a trust for Raymond. Well,
Right.
to pay for the care he needs. So of course he needs $3 million in there. I'm sure it was expensive. We didn't really finish the conversation about how we have absorbed or assimilated is the word, people into society at large, right? Autism and things like that. And how maybe that's not doing them any favors because of the structure.
Mm.
That facility was so good for Raymond, right? And Charlie took him out, and that was good for him too in a fundamentally different way.
Yeah.
But Raymond was safe, and he was happy, and he could live the life he wanted to live. He was happy watching Wapner at noon and watching Jeopardy at 5 and eating pancakes with toothpicks and eating 8 fish sticks with orange soda. And like he liked his life, right? That's the voluntary part of it.
But he wasn't being pushed.
But does he
At all.
have to be? Are we
Right.
doing people favors by not having situations like that as an option for them?
I was going to ask.
I don't know the answer.
Is that the best for them long term?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
I don't
because
know.
I'm not saying yes, but I'm saying like yes. That's what I'm trying to say because like they don't get to experience anything.
Well, it's what you're saying, Amber. It's he's not being pushed, and I'm not questioning you in a you're wrong. I'm quite like I don't know the answer if that's the right thing for him
Right.
or not.
Yeah. Is that better for him? Because like we look at that and be like, you could have a better quality of life if we push you to do these things. But
Because
then
that's us.
that's what we're pushing on Raymond.
Our perspective,
Yes.
not his.
And
right.
Raymond's sitting there being like, I'm happy. I'm
And
not
that's-
asking for anything
because he
else.
doesn't know anything different.
And that's the beauty of this movie is that's the story, right? That's Charlie's story in this movie is he sees Ray and he wants Ray to live a normal life. I know you can hear me. Don't be like that. I know you're listening. I know you can hear what I'm saying. And then literally 30 seconds later, he says, "Can you hear me?" That made me laugh.
Yeah.
But that's the story. It's the crashing together of is a facility the right thing? Is out in everyday society the right thing? And Ray does. I mean, Ray, he goes to Vegas.
Yeah.
Can
So
you
do you-
imagine being autistic in Vegas? Like all the lights and
I was
She
worried.
sparkles.
Oh my
and
God.
I was
like,
worried he was going to crash
he's
out.
going to get mugged. He's going to get. I
Yeah.
mean, who knows?
And that's what I thought the hooker was doing. Like
yeah,
she
manipulating him.
Yeah. Like she saw, I don't know if she even noticed him earlier or not.
Well, and
but
then
like,
when he really shows some of his tendencies, she kind of freaks out. And
yeah.
bails on it, but-
When she's
I love it.
are you on any medication? Okay, bye.
They walk into the high roller suite and they had pushed his bed next to the window.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like Charlie
awesome.
asked them to do that specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm curious if Raymond took anything that he learned from his time with Charlie and applied it back in his life once he went back to Walbrook.
Yeah. What's the
sucks.
what's the Rain Man 2?
Kmart sucks. There's a Rain Man too?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I was like,
Right?
what?
Let's see Ray's
But
life after.
did he go back to how things were before he met Charlie, or does he change up his lifestyle a little bit?
think-
I bet you would
yeah,
fall back into
I think
it.
you're supposed to ask that question because he gets on the train and Charlie calls him back, and he calls him back like 4 or 5 times, and he finally comes back.
He does come back, yeah.
And he says, was it 2 for good?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
One for bad, 2 for good.
1 for bad, 2 for good. Kmart sucks, right? There are absolutely things that he absorbed from Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that he's going back to Walbrook, but he's got these things that are different about him now. And I think you're supposed to see that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes the story of their relationship so interesting is this whole question of what's the right thing for Raymond
Mm-hmm.
hinges around, did he have a better experience? Is he better off having been out with Charlie for 6 days on a road trip across the United States? Yeah, I think that's probably what makes this movie the exceptional film that it is.
It was a really good movie.
It was so good.
It was a really good movie.
Shall we rate the movie?
Any final thoughts?
I mean, I could talk about the estate planning in this movie all day.
Well, it's almost lunchtime.
Nice. I don't really have a lot to add. It's just that this is
I can talk about it all day. I really have nothing to add. So
to our conversation.
no, I know.
You're the worst. I like the way this movie confronts hard things in a largely non-confrontational way.
Yep.
I mean, there's lots of bad language and there's lots of yelling. I mean, Charlie gets frustrated with Raymond
Over and over and
over and over and over. We don't go outside when it rains. You shower, right? It's just like that.
But if he pushes him to do that, he's going to scream and hurt himself.
Yeah.
So,
And he goes out and gets him fish sticks and like at the beginning of their relationship, there's no way he does that.
did you see at the end when he brings Ray to his apartment that they have like bags and bags of cheese balls? Like he went to the
Yes.
store and bought those and threw them on the
Yes.
counter. I thought that was
Yeah.
fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he was.
I thought that was
he
cute.
was learning.
So you see,
Yeah.
And learning patience and learning
Yes.
like how to be more caring because he was a selfish prick.
yeah,
in the beginning part of the
he learns
movie.
how to relate to Raymond and how to talk to Raymond and what is reasonable to expect of Raymond. And that change in Charlie is that's the movie.
That's the whole point of
That's
the
why
movie.
Tom Cruise maybe is one of the main characters, right?
Yeah.
Charlie a main character? Well, yeah, but it's also about Raymond and Raymond changing over the course of the movie, and then all of the issues that we've been talking about. So this movie is everything that we encounter every single day.
Yeah.
And it's a great movie.
All right. Ethan, start us off with the rating.
Sure. All right. Does this movie make you think? I'm going to say yes. I probably give it. Yeah, I think I give it a 3. I think this movie gets a 2 for cry. I think it gets a 2 for laugh, and I would watch it again.
Okay, that's an 8 from Ethan. Jocelyn?
I think mine's an 8 too. I don't know. So I would do
Say more,
what? Oh,
not say less. Say more.
I was like, what? I would give it a 3 for cry. I did not cry, but it was emotional.
Yeah,
Sure.
all over the
Like,
place.
yes, like he was so mean to him, and
Well,
he was
so-
just. Go ahead.
No,
No, go ahead.
you relate to both of them, right?
Yes.
Because being the caregiver for someone who has special needs is hard.
And never having to do it and only ever having to worry about yourself and you're a spoiled rich kid, yes.
It
would be
hard. It's
very
hard at the
hard.
best of times.
Right.
And so, yeah, I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
You relate to both of them in all of the swings that they go through.
So a 3 for emotions. I'm gonna call that emotions instead of cry.
It's fine.
A 2 for laugh.
Kim?
Ray is funny.
He is so funny.
He is funny.
I like when they're going
the
on
other
into the casino and they get on the, what is it? That
Moving walkway.
Escalator?
the moving walkway, and he turns around, he starts walking back.
And he stops and he waits and
Yeah.
kind of gets this little bit of a grin on his face.
Yeah.
And then Charlie turns him around.
A 2 for think.
Okay.
And I think I would watch it. Like if it was on TV. So I gave my rating before because I wanted to know where I was at. But I don't know if I would watch it again. I'm not like, no, I would never watch it again. But yeah, I probably, like, I don't.
It's one of those
It's
things.
like a half point.
It's
like,
one of those things where you wouldn't just, you know what? I want to watch Rain Man.
right. Like I have to
But-
be in the mood for it.
But encountered with a reason to watch Rain Man,
Yeah. Yeah.
I would be
That's
happy
where
about
I'm
that.
at.
Just to avoid the half point, it's would you refuse to watch it again?
No.
Then you get the point because you
Okay.
would.
Okay.
So that's an 8 from Jocelyn.
I'd change the channel if it was on. Probably not.
I would do that with your Star Wars movie.
Yeah, that's because you're a jerk.
Amber?
That'll do, donkey. Look at him. He's so pissed now.
I write down my ratings like as everyone else is going or before we start. And I had the same exact thing as Ethan. So I had a 3 for think, a 2 for cry, a 2 for laugh, and I would watch it again.
That's an 8.
That's an 8.
I'm going to shock you all, but I had that as well.
What?
Yeah.
We've never all had the same rating.
Wow.
You didn't have the same rating.
Well, the difference is Jocelyn
It had
cried
an 8.
more but thought less. Right?
Which is typical of me.
That checks out.
That is typical of me.
Sounds right.
No, the same explanation for me though. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a comedy in the. This is something I'm going to quote and laugh in my sleep about. You know what I mean?
Except
Except it might be.
Except we all
We've
do.
been doing it. Yeah,
Yes.
we freaking named a podcast after it.
we sure did.
Okay, valid. I mean, for real.
So valid.
Shut up.
But like,
Yeah.
Swapner, I'm an excellent driver.
Yeah,
I
I say
bet-
that all the time,
I bet
especially
I-
when I golf
I bet I say I'm an excellent driver.
regularly.
I mean, if it's not daily, it's darn close.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I said it when Amber and I drove to Omaha a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
She goes, "Do you want to drive or should I?" And I said, "I'm an excellent driver." And she goes, "Okay." And I was like,
I'm sure she was like, so yes or
"You
no.
get it."
She'll get it now.
She will now. Okay.
It's tough.
So I don't want to change the rate.
You can change it.
Why would you change
So
it?
there's a lot of funny stuff in that movie.
It is fun.
Because Raymond is
'Cause
so
I
unintentionally.
don't think it's a
funny.
Yes.
comedy. But okay, so the scene where he walks in on Tom Cruise and he's sitting on the foot of the bed, I was laughing so hard at
I
that,
was
right?
so uncomfortable during that. I was
Amber
like,
was also laughing.
Yeah.
Like he wakes up or he gets out of his bed
Yeah.
and you hear something.
He starts like
and he's
imitating it.
imitating it, and he imitates it twice, and my wife just started giggling.
I felt
Yeah.
like it went on for like 20 minutes.
It
I was like,
did.
make it stop.
Yeah.
Oh my
It was
God.
so long.
I was so uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of funny stuff in that movie. Is it too late to change? I
No,
might just give this
change
one.
it.
I might go 9 on this.
That's
I
fine.
might go 3 laugh, 2 cry, 3 think. I'd watch it again.
Yeah.
I'll go 9
The
on this one.
one
I like
time
it.
we all had the same
I
score.
like it.
It's all right.
But you know what?
You didn't go lower, so we'll take it.
that quotable,
Yep.
and everybody knows. Everybody knows. I mean,
Yeah.
the exception is my wife because she didn't grow up watching movies. So
Yeah.
it's
Wait, what?
everybody knows this movie, even if they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And it's just. I might change mine. That like the longer I talk about this, the more quotable it gets,
What-
and I'm like, oh yeah, that
When
was
he-
good too.
He's like, you want to come to LA? We can go see the Dodgers. You could see Velasquez
The
switch.
pitch is on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Which is Saturday. Well, I'm not. It's like Wednesday. And he's like, well, I'm not doing anything Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When he's touching his books and he's like, VRN. Yeah. Like
VRN.
This is an
Uh-oh.
unexpected visit. Unexpected visitors.
Unexpected visit.
Yeah. When he grabs his head and he's like, hurt me, 1988. Like
Yep.
he's documenting the
Yep.
It's a funny movie.
It is a funny movie.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3. I'm a 9. It's a 9.
I like it.
Okay. Okay.
I'm out.
Okay. My
Wait,
final
wouldn't that bring? No. hold
my
on.
final answer.
So 3, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, okay.
My final answer is 3, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
I like it.
Amber, do you want to shift your rating?
Good Lord.
Did you think it was funny enough to give it a 3, or are you like 2's good? It wasn't that funny.
Well, I was laughing out loud at some parts.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, actually. Often that Luke would come into the room and be like, "What are you laughing at?" Because he was in the other room doing homework. And I was like, it's just funny. Raymond's funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would.
You don't have to.
Up
We're not
a
pressuring you.
3.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to save a 3 for like a comedy movie that I like laughed
good.
all the way
Perfect.
through.
That's good. Cool. This is
Nobody
great.
asked if I wanted to change.
Do you want to change your rating?
I don't even remember what my rating was.
That's why
so
we
no.
didn't ask.
You said an 8.
Okay.
You said 3 cry, 2 laugh, 2 think.
Yeah,
Need watch
I'm
it.
good.
Okay, so 2 9s, 2 8s. This might be one of our.
It might be the highest
It
rated.
doesn't beat Gump.
No, I don't.
No,
there was
what,
a couple
Gump
of
was a
10s.
10 for every.
It
Yeah.
might not. It might be tied with
Shawshank. Okay.
Which actually that
That's a
makes
good
sense to
movie.
me.
Yeah.
That
That
makes
is a
sense to
good
me.
movie.
It's a lot like Shawshank because the topics in Shawshank were really heavy, sad topics, but they made it funny.
Yeah.
And I think this one, it's a lot of really heavy
Yeah.
topics,
Yeah.
and they make it funny.
Yep.
So I think that's where it's similar.
You
Oh,
bet.
man.
You know
What-
what, I
what a
just
movie.
thought of?
Yeah.
What'd you just think of?
On Forrest Gump, when Jenny is dead and he's talking to her, like,
Hit the
Graves-
graveside.
Why are you bringing this up right now? I'm going to cry.
I literally bawled. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. I think didn't we all give it a 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
Well, actually don't think we all did. I think I gave it a 9.
because you wouldn't watch it again?
Mm-mm.
I wasn't here for that podcast, but I can attest the first time I watched that movie, I bawled it through those few ending scenes.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
We should do a
I can't even think about
we
it.
should do a review episode. Just go back and talk about the movies we watched.
Kind of like at the end of a season of a TV show where they just like
Yeah.
highlight the funny.
Just recap the whole works. That'd be fun.
That would be.
Do we have to
We're
rewatch the
halfway
movie?
through a year. 26.
We should come
20?
up with like, you know how the Academy Awards has like best one. We could be like,
Oh,
here's who
yeah.
my favorite actor is of every movie we watched. Here's who
Yeah.
my favorite story was.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, cool.
We hold an awards ceremony.
More
Yeah.
We
more
all dress up.
to come on that one.
We have to wear gowns.
I like
or
it.
I'm not going.
We have to wear gowns.
I'm not going to wear
thanks
pants.
for rocking 26 weeks of this with me. This has been
You're
really
so
fun.
welcome.
We got
What a
lots
journey.
more movies to watch.
Amber's like,
Yeah.
And stay tuned. A couple of weeks from now, we will be doing Christmas.
Yeehaw!
We will not be doing Cowboy Christmas, however.
all right, Woody.
Cowboy Christmas.
We have
All right.
to have
Thanks, everybody.
Grinch.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to 82 Toothpicks. This episode featured your hosts, Ethan, Joselyn, and Thad breaking down the movie. Want more? Check out Ethan's book, It's Not Too Late, for insights on securing your own legacy. Visit us at heisingalaw.com for all things 82 Toothpicks, including past episodes and more. If you enjoyed the show, follow us wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. You know the drill. And remember, every movie is an estate planning movie.